Fastpitch Huddle fans, how's it going? Coach DP here on this dreary Sunday afternoon. Coach KP is videoing as I'm driving down Interstate 75, trying to keep it safe as we come to you to bring you a little live feed here. We are headed to Orlando, Florida with our kids. So on this opening weekend of the NCAA softball, we've been keeping up with everything, but we actually hit the road late last night on a rare trip that doesn't involve softball. We actually got to the hotel last night where we stayed somewhere south of Nashville. Probably, I don't know, 1 in the morning our daughter woke up and said, "Where's my softball girls?" And then, you know, when she woke up today, she thought we were headed to a softball field, but we're not. She's going to be surprised when we get to Disney, and some of our other family members are there. So anyway, just on the road, spent a lot of time last night thinking about things. I wanted to, I was reading some posts this week, reading some information, and again, I was reading about somebody, there was someone on one of the sites I read a lot about, talking about, all the money that gets spent on softball, and why are people so crazy? It's a waste of money. And I'll tell you what, if the only reason that you're going across the country for softball for your daughter is because of a scholarship, then it is for the wrong reason. Absolutely, that's everybody's goal, but travel softball is so much more than that, and just the game of softball in general. As this weekend kicked off with the NCAA first weekend, and all the popularity, all the hype, and different places you can watch live fast pitch, college fast pitch softball. It's just amazing how the sport has blown up. It's grown so huge in the last 10, 15 years, and to me, it's just awesome. It's outstanding. Whenever I think about it, there's so many players that Coach Christie and I and our coaching staff at Premier have coached that are all playing this weekend at different places, whether they're out west in Arizona or California, or down in Texas or Las Vegas or Florida, or we have several players up in domes playing in Chicago, or playing even up further in Iowa.
Got a few in Alabama.
Some playing in Alabama, yeah. And it's just awesome to see. Many of them still text us after their games or after their weekends, let us know how they do. And I'm just thinking about things, and I'm like, that's really, at the end of the day, when you think about softball and what it really means to our society, people don't realize, as a business owner, I own several businesses, 3 or 4 businesses, and probably have, I think, about 140 team members that work in the organizations that I'm an owner of. And I would hire any single one of the softball players that have been through our organization. Just the skills, the lessons that they learn through travel softball, most of them anyway, I would say a good majority of them, between travel softball and college softball, it doesn't matter what level in the collegiate world. There's just so many things that I think softball brings to people, and allows them to learn and grow as people, and become better, and that takes them into society even after college, and leads them to the successes in college. Sorry, I got to get around this slowpoke. trying to drive safe here, but as I was thinking about it all weekend, I'm like, we've got some seniors in college. This is their, I see a lot of them post, this is my last first game of the year ever, and that's pretty crazy to think. Whenever you're a college softball player, this is the last time you're gonna lace up for the first time, and I'm sure that's really tough on those young ladies, but they're gonna go on and do so many great things after their college careers finished up, whether it's coaching, whether it's being a teacher, a professor, a doctor, an attorney, or the toughest job of them all, and being a mother. So I'm just thinking back to all the skills that these young ladies learn through softball, and whenever I read posts like that, it's like, why do you do this crazy travel softball all these years and spend all this money, and then I think, well, the reward is so huge. What else could your daughter be doing that maybe isn't benefiting them as much? I think every penny invested into travel softball, as long as you're with a good organization and you're with good teams and
good people,
good coaches, good people, I think every penny, it's the best investment as a parent you can do for your daughter in life. I think the discipline they learn, the teamwork, got to have a good attitude, you got to stay positive, and in our organization, you got to be the absolute best you can be every single day. You got to strive to be 1% better every single day you lace it up, or that you go to school, or whatever it is you're doing. And that's the only way to live life, in my opinion, is to whatever it is you're doing. It doesn't matter if you're playing rock, paper, scissors, or if you're going to be a doctor. You got to be the absolute best at it that you can be. And as I always say, be your own GOAT. It just gets me back to thinking the every penny spent is worth it, and then some. And then on top of all that, the memories. Okay, so on top of what life lessons the young ladies get out of it, it's the memories that they make with your family. I mean, here we are. This is probably one of the few times that we're all traveling as a family. Coach Christy, for those of you who don't know, Coach Christy and I have a 4-year-old daughter, a 2-year-old son, and a 3-month-old son. So we've been coaching travel softball for over 10 years. Our oldest kid's 4. So that goes, just so you know, we don't have any kids that have ever played for us. We don't coach to coach our own kid. And we also don't coach to make a living off of it. It's a hobby. It's definitely an expensive hobby, but I still believe that every cent we put into it is worth it, for not only the lessons that we get to teach young ladies and how we get to help them along, but also the lessons they teach us in life. And on top of that, the family time we spend. So, owning a couple different businesses, travel softball is our real family time when we're on the road every weekend, spending as a family. And even though our daughter's not playing yet, and who knows, she may decide she doesn't want to play, that's her choice. But even though she's not playing yet, it's still, she loves it. Our family loves being together on the trips, whether, we just went through Chattanooga, Tennessee, and we make that trip twice a year for a tournament in the summer, tournament in the fall. This is the first time I've ever driven through Chattanooga without stopping to coach some softball. But, whether we're in Chattanooga, Colorado, Florida, California, you name it, wherever softball takes us, Atlanta will be there this summer. Our family is there together, and the time that you get to spend with your daughters when they're playing the game that they love, it's so worth it. And you only get one shot at this life, so enjoy that time, enjoy those memories, and don't think that you're just spending all kinds of crazy money for travel softball because these travel organizations. That's absolutely, at least in our case, that's not what they're getting out of it. And you get so much more out of it than the money you put into it. I honestly believe. So hit us up. Let us know what you think. If you got any other topics, we've got about 6-7 more hours on the road. So you want to hear something? I get a little bored, lonely. Kids are sleeping.
You can only play the alphabet game so many times.
That's right. I tend to beat Coach KP at it all the time.
Anyway, I don't think so.
Hope everybody's having a great first weekend of softball in the college world, and just wanted to share some thoughts. As I always say, strive to be 1% better in the game of softball and in the game of life. And remember, always respect the game. Thank you.